My in-laws are obsessed with me. Episode 54.
This is so frustrating. Do you really not know? Or are you just pretending? Do you think it's easy to set up a school inspector committee and manage a parent council? I bet the Grand Duchess was behind it. Yeah, sure. She certainly would have pulled some strings too. And seeing how she came to school last time, I'd say she adores you. But you should know better that the Grand Duchess alone can't pull all that off. I hear your dad comes to the Imperial Administration office every day, nagging all the secretaries. Do you think Her Grace is behind that too?
The Grand Duke loves you very much, my lord.
But why doesn't he come see me? I think he hates me. What can I do? Please, tell me. Celphius. I thought you said you're out of my league. But why are you getting along with him? What? I never said. Fine then. This is your chance to prove whether you truly are the heir of the Grand Duke. If you have the slightest bit of influence in your family, you should be able to do something. My dad says your friend's family business is about to go bankrupt. Think you can save him? After all, he's your friend. What are you talking about? What is it you really want? You're right. I may not be welcome in the Grand Dukedom. But as the heir, I can see reason. So you're saying you can't help him, is that it? He told me he could help me, so I believed him. But you were the only person who was my friend. I'm sorry for turning my back on you. And I decided to stop going to the academy. Why? You were bullied too. And I heard you'd be suspended, not expelled. It's the least I could do by way of apology. I've decided to learn how to run a family business from my father at home. Please take good care of yourself, Celphius. Finally, it's over. Classes are much too long.
What we discussed will soon be finished.
Her Grace. She's talking to an Imperial secretary.
Oh. The boys. They're here.
There you are.
Hey, Dad. Oh. They're talking about the compensation, I think. My dad's an administrator. Come on. Do you even know my name?
You shouldn't talk to the young lord like that.
Celphius. I'll see you later then. Uncle has been coming to pick me up ever since that night. He awkwardly asks how I'm doing and tries to strike up a conversation. I thought it was all a lie when people told me he loves me. Now, I feel even more uncomfortable around him. I shouldn't have cried that day. But it doesn't feel bad. It feels liberating for some reason. But I don't know what I'm really feeling. Can I really trust him? Had it not been for her grace, I wouldn't have even brought it up. And I wouldn't be having these thoughts either. I really can't do without her. A year is still plenty of time. I should do whatever it takes to get her to stay with us. So what can I do? Let's think. Let's figure out a way to keep her in our family for the rest of her life.
It all started with the morning's medical examination.
So your cramps are getting worse?
They're usually not this bad, but they're especially painful this month.
Well, you have had a lot on your plate recently. I'll discuss this with Lord Phineas, lest there be other problems. I'm sure his input would be far better than mine, as he's been tending to you for months.
I've been wondering, how do women in this family deal with their period? Their menstrual blood would be poisonous too. And what if they get a seizure while they're on their period? Come to think of it, how do they give birth? Saoirse had a son who wasn't cursed. Never mind. It'd be terribly rude to ask after all she's been through. Thank you.
I heard about your medical checkup this morning. I've been thinking your body is rather frail, Your Grace.
What? Are you ill?
I'm fine, Celphius.
Pray tell, how many times has our blood killed you? Ahem. Forgive me. How many times have you been exposed to our blood?
Oh. After coming back in time. 3 times.
3 times. Other than mine. But when?
Celphius.
It's fine. I'll tell him.
What did you just say? You made her Grace drink your blood twice. But why? And twice? How? Don't tell me you were experimenting on her. On her Grace? Good Lord. Even I wouldn't want to be by his side. There's no way to prevent the divorce. That's not something one can easily forgive. Just what have you done? That's murder. What if she didn't wake up? What if she had simply passed away? Have you apologized to her?
Yes. He did.
I thought you'd be disappointed and stop talking to me. But rather you're getting upset.
Celphius changed after that day. He's been telling Islet to stay away from the Grand Duke, for one. But he used to find it difficult to even talk to him. Oh, Celphius. He's certainly changed. But he seems rather pleased that Celphius is getting mad at him. After spending a few months with him, now I can read his face. He must be pleased, preferring Celphius to express his feelings. rather than not expressing them at all.
Come to think of it, I hear you wish to read ancient books.
Wow. I had no idea there was a place like this here. There are so many studies and loads of books in the Grand Duke's manor. I wonder how many more there would be at his mansion out in the Grand Dukedom.
Miss Rebecca, please lower your voice.
Oops, sorry. I hear some books at the auction were from here as well. Is that why you wanted to see the books?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you decided to take a break today, Your Grace. Resting is important too. You plan to stay here today, right? I'll go get some tea.
Miss Rebecca is as merry as ever.
That she is. That she is.
Here is where we store the books you asked for.
Wow, there really are a lot of ancient books here. We don't have nearly this many back in our countdom. I'll go for some lighter reading today. Are these?
Oh, these are portraits of former heads of the house, ever since they became dukes. And that is a portrait of the current Grand Duke.
Wow, he looks so young. It must have been from when he just received his title. And next to him, is that his father? Huh. The first Grand Duke. But the first Grand Duke should be Therdio's grandfather, since Gloria is his grandmother. Maybe Therdio's father didn't succeed the title. Why isn't there a portrait of the first Grand Duke?
The Dowager Grand Duchess turned the frame around.
Is that allowed?
Well, Her Grace is the elder of the family right now. We must respect her wishes.
They certainly have a long story, this family. Well, the fact that they're cursed makes them far from ordinary to begin with. Even his name is covered up. Lepilion, the first to receive the title of Grand Duke. He reclaimed most of the empire's land. Spouses, Marcia, Elaine, Gloria. But most of them had more than one spouse.
Oh. Well, coming in close contact with this family is bound to shorten one's life. Many of them passed away before bearing a child or during childbirth.
How terrifying. How on earth did they notify the other family when the spouses died? And how did they manage to keep the curse a secret?
Would you like to look at other portraits? We have portraits of Lady Circia and young Master Celphius' birth father.
So this is Celphius' father? His hair color isn't black.
The young master's mother had black hair.
I see.
And here's a portrait of Lady Circia.
How interesting. I stayed far too long. Listening to all those stories made me lose track of the time. I'll continue reading the books tomorrow. I'm exhausted. Huh.